What's up, boys? We're taking a look at some more NBA player props today over on Prize Picks for January 6th today. This video applies to Prize Picks, but also other player prop websites out there and also sports books out there. So let's go ahead and hop in. We are currently on a 13-6 run. But man, it should be a lot better than that. Jokic absolutely sold me last night. It was a pretty good day over on the Patreon. It was 3-1. But Jokic, he absolutely sold me, man. He only hit 2 points in the first half and just really didn't do anything all game. Jokic was pretty bad yesterday. Somehow the Nuggets were blowing him out with MPJ and Jokic combining for 3 first half points. So a little bit interesting how yesterday ended up turning out. But otherwise, first couple games were pretty good for me. 3-1 yesterday though in total, and 1-1 in the video, unfortunately. But we're looking to go 2-0 in today's video and make this run 15-6. Let's go ahead and hop in and talk about these player props. If you are not already on Prize Picks though, I recommend joining for a couple of different reasons. And over on Prize Picks today, we have Flex Friday. One of the main reasons to join Prize Picks is how many different promos that they do. Tuesday we get Taco Tuesday discounts, so we pretty much get players discounted. Like Jokic may be bumped from like 25.5 points to like 22.5 or something like that. But today we have Flex Friday. So this is a protected play up to $20 if it loses for your first flex entry. And on other Fridays, sometimes they actually give us boosted payouts. So like a 6 pick may pay out 30 times the normal amount instead of like 25 times. So just one reason to join Prize Picks. Link is down in my description below. Just download the app off the App Store or use a link down in my description below and use my code DOMG when you guys do sign up. Seriously, I seriously do appreciate you guys when you do sign up using my code. But now let's hop in and take a look at these player props. But one final thing, make sure you subscribe to the channel and have those post notifications turned on, and leave a like on the video. And here's a breakdown of the Patreon, where we were 3-1 yesterday and we have over 600 members. If you are interested in seeing every single one of my plays, check out the Patreon. The link is down in the description below. There are 3 different tiers. There's NFL, NBA, and all sports. With access to the Patreon, you guys get every single play that I play, on top of these plays being ranked by confidence level and write-ups to go with every single prop that I post. Once again, the link is down in the description below, so check it out. So again, 3-1 yesterday. We have over 600 members. I already have, I believe, 4 or 5 plays posted on the Patreon, so there will be a lot more. I constantly update my list throughout the day with all my different plays. But let's go ahead and hop in though and take a look at these free plays for you guys in today's video. Let's start with the assist category here. So I'm gonna go over to the assists right here. Make sure you tailor your own risk, look at these a little bit more on your own, and do your own research, all that different stuff. Here we go though. Let's go all the way down a little bit here. It's gonna be one of the later games today. I believe it is the latest game today. I'm gonna go with LeBron James over 6 assists, and I know he's at 6.5 from the sports books. I do like him over 6.5, but it depends. So stay for my breakdown and listen to why I like this prop, and maybe think about taking it, maybe think about fading it. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about LeBron James here. But first, let's take a look at his odds over on the sports books right now. So let's go over to the Lakers game real quick, which is gonna be the last game today against the Atlanta Hawks. It'll be at 10:30 tonight, so Eastern time that is. And let's go down to the assists right here. You can see what he's at. So personally, I love plus 110 at 6.5. I think it's pretty solid at 6.5 right there. He's at 6 on Prize Picks. There is push potential, which I do like. I think the minus odds, I'm not really a big fan of. If it's plus odds, plus 105, plus 110, I do like it at 6.5 if you are in a sports book. But I love the spot right here at 6 on Prize Picks. I think it has a pretty good floor when it comes to the push right there. A push is always better than a loss. And I like him to have at least 6 today against the Atlanta Hawks here. You can take a look at his game log right here and see what he's been doing lately. So he's actually at least pushed this in 7 out of his last 10. He's over in 5 of his last 10. So he's only missed this 3 times in his last 10 games. He's also very, very good against the Hawks, at least the last 2 games he's played them. He's had 9 assists in the last 2. He actually just faced them on December 30th and had 9 assists against them. He almost dropped a triple-double right there. He was 1 assist away. Maybe he'll get revenge this time and get a triple-double today. We'll see. But 9 assists right here he had last time against Atlanta. The game before too, which was last season. Between this season and last season, he had 9 assists in both of those different games. Also, when it comes to him being at home this season, he's only gone under 6 assists 3 times. He's only gone under 6 assists 3 times at home so far this season. I believe he's played 11 home games and is over in areas, at least pushing 8 out of his last 11 home games. He's actually, I believe he's had at least 7 out of his last 11. He's only been under 4 times. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. But LeBron James here, I like the spot for him against the Atlanta Hawks in this one. But let's go ahead and dive into his second player prop. That's pretty much a pretty simple breakdown right there. We're going to take a look at the game. We still got more to talk about LeBron James here in this game. So again, he's going to be at home in this one. There's going to be no Anthony Davis, of course. course, no Reeves and no Lonnie Walker. So also there's potential that Tony Brown and Jones do not play in this one, which could be a little bit of an added bonus right there, right? But let's go ahead and talk about like the game script here. So Atlanta's a -2.5. It's a low spread. This game hopefully should not blow out. Famous last words. It's the National Blowout Association, but Atlanta is a 2.5 point spread right there. So I like the spot right there. The over-under is 242. It is one of, if not the biggest of the entire slate over-under. It might be the biggest. I think it might be the biggest over-under. Yeah, it is by a long shot actually, by like 5 points. 242 over-under in this game between the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks right there. So that's beautiful right there. I love the spot for that. Take a look at the power forward assists that Atlanta is allowing. They're kind of right in the middle of the pack right there, allowing 3.74 assists per game to the power forward. And in the last 7 games right there, they're allowing the 7th most assists per game at 4.51. So I like the spot for LeBron. I think he can get this one done. Again, I like him at like +110, +105 to go over 6.5 if you're on a book. But on Prize Picks, I like the spot a lot with him being at 6 assists. Not a big fan of his -102 on FanDuel, I will say. So if you're on FanDuel, not a big fan of that personally. But of course, it's up to you if you want to play it or not. Don't go directly just off of what I say. But that is why I like that prop right there for LeBron James. Here we go. Let's take a look at player prop number 2. And this one is more for Prize Picks than anything else. But again, if you're not on Prize Picks and it's available where you're at, it's available in most states and most Canada, 18 years and older. But I love this for Prize Picks. Usually I try to give you guys props in this video that are like available on sportsbooks and also other player prop websites and things like that. But I absolutely love this spot. So I'm going to give this to you guys for free here on YouTube here. And I love the spot right here. So he's been a train for me for a long time. It's going to be in the NBA first half category. Something that I don't think I've seen like really any player prop website offer or really any sports book, but first half props, points, PRA, and fantasy scores. There's a lot of different options when it comes to Prize Picks, but fantasy score here, and I like Jusuf Nurkic over 15.5 first half fantasy score. This guy has been a train this season. And I'm telling you guys, he has been over this in 13 of his last 15 games. 13 out of his last 15 games, he has been over this prop right here. He actually has already faced the Pacers this season, and he actually had 19.7 against them. Again, he's been over this in 13 of his last 15 times. So the games he went under was against the Pistons right there, where he came back from injury, I believe it was. Yeah, I think he missed a couple games because of a minor injury or something like that, and he pretty much just fouled out of the first half. He only had 8 minutes and only 5 fantasy score. He could have gotten 10 fantasy score in the next 8 minutes, but I do think he'll bounce back today though against the Pacers. He bounced back last game. By the way, this says 15.5. That is incorrect. He had 17 fantasy score. I counted that correctly with how Prize Pick scoring is for fantasy score, but otherwise, yeah, he had 19.7 last time he faced the Pacers right there, and has been over this in 13 of his last 15. He should not have a tough time today against the Pacers. He's facing the Pacers in this one, and I don't see him having a tough time, man. He will be on the road. It's a 1.5 point spread, 237 over-under. That is a beautiful over-under right there. It's 237. The Trailblazers are usually a slower paced team, I believe, and with the Pacers being, I believe, a really, really fast-paced team, I like the spot a lot here with this over-under. I think that Nurkic should be able to eat today and get those fantasy score numbers up again. There's a chance that Jeremy Grant doesn't play. That would be a huge help, but already Winslow and Little are out, so if Grant's out, man, that's an even bigger bonus right there for Nurkic to go over his fantasy score against the Pacers. But they have been pretty solid, I will say, lately. Season long, they've been allowing a lot of fantasy score, 55.29 FanDuel points per game. Fantasy score wise, but last 7 games right here, they've actually been pretty good when it comes to fantasy score. You know, they're ranking, what is that, 7th least in fantasy score points per game. I still think the over-under is pretty solid and that the game will be fast-paced enough for him to go over this prop right here. So again, sorry to your sportsbooks, guys, if you're not able to get in on this prop, of course, because like Prize Picks isn't available where you're at. But if you're on Prize Picks, man, I love Jusuf Nurkic over 15.5 fantasy score. It's not a nuke or anything like that for me. It's not like a lock. I hate the word lock, I will say, but I like the spot a lot here for Nurkic. He's just been an absolute train, 13 of his last 15. Although the reason it's not like a nuke or a lock for me is just because the Pacers have been really good against the center lately. But I think that, again, I like the spot a lot, though, for Nurkic nonetheless. And it would be an even at bonus if Jeremy Grant is out in this one. But that is pretty much my 2 player props for you guys in today's video over on Prize Picks. So again, we have a 13-6 run. Hopefully that can be a 15-6 run. So Jusuf Nurkic over 15.5 first half fantasy score, and LeBron James over 6 assists. Best of luck tonight, everybody. Make sure you tail your own risk. Look at these a little bit more on your own. All the links are down in my description below. The Prize Picks link is down in my description below. The Prize Picks link and the Patreon link are down in my description below. 3-1 yesterday. Shout out to Jokic for absolutely selling the sweep yesterday. That one definitely hurt, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out, boys.